How's it going, YouTube? It's your boy Ron. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Super Mario Sunshine. In the last episode, we went off to Noki Bay and grabbed two shines there, episode 5 and 6. One was, of course, Il Plantissimo's race, and the next one was the Shell's secret, which admittedly didn't go as according to plan. We still grabbed all the shines there. Today's episode, we are going ahead and entering the final location in Super Mario Sunshine. One of the more, in my opinion, the most difficult ones that I think we'll be encountering in the next few episodes. We are going to start trying to wrap up everything now since this is the last place. We're going to try to grab all the shines and then start cleaning up every other place and grabbing the remaining shines there. Each has a minimum of 2 and there's still a third depending on the location, but I'll elaborate more once I hit each specific place that needs that one. Let's not waste time. We're going ahead and entering the final location in style. It is time for the final place. Really? Okay. Now we enter in somewhat style. And that is Pianta Village in episode 1, Chomplets Unchained. The reason I will say this is probably the more difficult location out of all of them, again, this is my opinion, is just what some of the missions that are in some of the missions that you will have to do. If you have pea-sized brain like I do and don't know a lot of the strats when you didn't have to look at game guides like I did, a lot of it may have required some extra above and beyond thinking. But there's a few episodes that we will see that will involve that, but not right now. This one's fairly easy. Let's talk to the mayor of this place. Hey mister, you think you can spare us a hand here? This dear lady's pets have decided to go on a little rampage. No, not the bees. They actually seem to be acting normal. Yes, apparently some lady has pet chain chomps, or chain chomplets to be accurate, and they also are on fire. And they also do introduce the last pretty much goop element, and that is lava. It is a much more dangerous than mud, and it's just as dangerous as electric goop. Now, be careful with the... Okay, I want to get this all out of the way because I know I'm going to get in the way of it. Okay, so now what you have to do with the chain chomplets is go ahead and turn them around and try to get them to the water. I feel like no matter which way I do it, it's not going to really do anything. And then pretty much once you let go of them, they get a little bit confused. You can still grab them, but they do get a little bit more angry again. If they do see you... Oh. Why couldn't I move? Why couldn't I move? Why couldn't I move? Oh my god. Okay. Okay. So that kind of did introduce us to how these chain chomplets attack. And that is just with their fire. The fire goop is a lot more dangerous than... Why can I turn the camera? Okay, I'm just gonna have to eyeball it. Oh, come on. I know I can get it. I know I can get it. There we go. You just have to get it into the water. And that's how they die, is just when you slingshot them into the water, they just stay there. It feels like you're suffocating them, but that's really not what's going on. So the fire goop is dangerous simply because of the fact that if you do step on it, unlike mud where you just slide around and then the toxic, I guess the toxic mud over time, that's definitely not what I wanted to do. Okay. The toxic mud over time will just, cause you to lose HP if you're still on it. The electric goop, while you're on it, does get you, does hurt you, but it does give you that few invincibility frames, so you do get some safety from it. The lava, however, doesn't do that same attribute, and if you do stand on it and then take damage from it, you do spiral out of control to where you could take continuous chains of HP like that. And you just want to be very careful, because that could really cost you your life when you least expect it. Okay. So a lot of Pianta Village we will get to explore. Oh, this one's going to be super easy. Come on. Lots of Pianta Village will be explored, just not right now, just because I just want to take care of this mission. This can be done very quickly or very long, just depending on how long you take, but this one's not that bad. And then the flood always reminds us, remember to always be kind to your pets. I know. Very interesting way. Hurting the pets is what ends up getting you your shine. When animal cruelty is how you get a shine sprite. Okay, so this is going to be the first one that we're going to get here. And I will also say that the days do alternate between night and day. I was going to say the times. The even number episodes are going to be daylight, which we'll see in the next one. And then the odd, of course, like we are in now, episode 1, is going to be nighttime, which can cause some effect on the missions, just depending on which ones you do. But that is episode 1, Chain Chomplets. Done. There was some other name, but I don't remember. It doesn't really matter. We're just gonna go ahead and continue. I am gonna just do episode 2, and then there is one last shine we can actually grab in Isle Delfino that I managed to neglect, and it was pretty much available once you get the rocket nozzle, but I just kind of forgot all about it. I'll reveal that in just a moment, and we're just gonna go ahead and do episode 2. And in fact, episode 2 is gonna be one of my favorite ones, because it is going to be the final part of one that we just did last episode, and that is Il Plantissimo's Crazy Climb. This is the final encounter of Il Plantissimo and the final race. Let's go ahead and make this a great one. And you probably already see it all the way back there. There's the finish line, and Il Plantissimo is waiting for us at the beginning of the bridge. And just like I mentioned, just as we wrapped up that episode, it is now daytime. And it looks a lot nicer throughout the day, honestly, in my opinion. It just looks a lot cleaner and fun. But nighttime also has its, you know, party theme to it and everything. But let's not waste time. I just like how the Piantas are just frozen back there in their dance. They're like, it's just funny. Alright, but let's go ahead. It's me, Il Plantissimo. And now listen, see that flag over there? The second time he says that already. It is all the way back there though. Now, you and I shall race to get there the fastest, yes? My personal record is 30 seconds. Impressive, eh? Are you at the ready? Then get set and go. Honestly, this one is probably the more difficult one just because there is a lot to get through, and 30 seconds is quite impressive, but you should be able to beat it in about 15 if you're able to do that properly like I wasn't able to. And if you are able to do a jump and then run up, you do get a lot more speed that way. And Il Plantissimo should, oh yeah, he's not too, oh, but be careful when turning over that curve. But be careful when turning over that curve, because notice how it was a bit too high. Moving over to the right almost made me slide and lose all my momentum and killing me. That can happen. Just be very careful. You'd be surprised how the slope could actually end up killing you more than you expected. But in 23 seconds we did it. Yes, that was not so bad. You are quick. Yes, I suppose. Maybe I underestimated you a small bit. Perhaps. You try again after you have practiced more. Until then... And he gives us the final shine. This is the final race we will do against him. You can do more races to beat your time. We're not going to go ahead and do that, I think. We'll see. I like Il Plantissimo's races. They're just not required. Nice job. Wow, you must be tired. Shut up. But look at that. Pianta Village, super nice. There's even the grand big tree. Another big tree is like the one we are in now. But there's still a lot more of this place to explore, and there's a lot more to do. You probably even see it right there. I don't think that one, but that one over there, the yellow Pianta lady to the furthest left, she actually even holds up the sign to tell you where to go. Honestly, if you even just pay attention to the beginning of the whole cutscene, you will see that the entire camera spans from the tree on downhill, so you kind of never really have a reason to go towards that left side, or if the right side if you're, you know, looking towards Pianta Village. You never really have a reason to go there. So, I mean, nice touch, but you'd be pretty stupid to go that way. Unless if you wanted just to be extra and believe you can beat Il Plantissimo that way, but there's really no need. But we're gonna go ahead and collect this, collect the second shine, and we are now capped at 60. This is technically the halfway point of all the shines. Might not get all of them though. We're gonna go ahead and just save and continue. There is one in Isle Delfino. Technically, after this one, there is, I believe, one more we can get. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that shine that I was mentioning. And then I might have to cut away for the other one. I have to remember where it's located. It might take a second, but it's not that hard to get. But after that, you really should have gotten all the shines possible in Isle Delfino. Everything else is just going to be red coins. But what we need to go for is towards the lighthouse. You probably see that black crumbling pedestal. We need to get to that point, but we need the rocket nozzle. Can I land on this guy's head? Aww, I wanted to land on his head. That would have been so nice. He would have saved me. Alright, let's go ahead and grab the... I keep hitting walls. We need to grab the rocket nozzle to even reach that point. I don't even think with proper maneuvering you can even reach it without it, so we're not even going to bother. But to be honest, you still need it to even collect the shine anyways. So just go ahead and it's in your best interest to go ahead and just collect it. If I was speedrunning, that would have just cost me my minutes. Let's go ahead and make to the top of this light and ground pound that black pedestal. I almost fell. ground pound it. Oh wait, I forgot. You need to go all the way to the top altitude and then ground pound it. And there you go. You get a relatively easy shine. I mean, the easy part is just getting the actual nozzle and then everything else is easy. And let's go ahead and make our way to the top. And look at that. It only took about 1.5 minutes to grab that shine. Alright. Since we still have enough time, and this one shouldn't take at least but more than 5 minutes at the most. Anything past that, I'm just not great at this game. There is one last shine. I don't remember how it gets unlocked, but I just know it's not readily available from the start of the game, and I believe, if I am remembering correct, we don't need the turbo nozzle. Notice how I remember the name now. We don't need it, but just to get to that point, it'll be a lot faster, and I think you have to head over towards this island over here. It's one of the islands, and I think I see it. I think I see it. Gotta be careful. And it's that gold bird right over there. These gold birds do... No! Why'd you go away? Well, it does come back, but I just didn't want it to go away. Alright. I want to see when it comes back. If it comes back. I know it's not like a one... Once you see it, it just disappears for every time. Oh, you! Get over here! Why can't I? Are you serious? Why can't I read? Oh, I got some of it. Where'd you go? I heard it. Oh, there you are. Stop being a tool shed. There we go. It goes all the way over there. Are you kidding me? I didn't know it went all the way over there. Okay, so in fact, getting the shine is actually going to be a lot more time consuming. But yes, the gold bird will spawn over here at this island. It doesn't do it at the very beginning of the game. It does it until you unlock either Yoshi, I believe. So once you unlock Yoshi, I think you should be able to have the gold bird should be able to spawn here. So we're going to go ahead and make our way over towards those pillars again. I didn't think it would spawn there. I honestly forgot all about that shine sprite until I remembered that it was a thing that was over there. Let's just go ahead without even the hover nozzle. Let's try to trek through. Failed. Alright, I think I can make it. Nah, I can't make it. I'm gonna grab the hover nozzle real quick. You probably could make it without it. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab it just for time's sake. But in the meantime, I can just go ahead and talk about the next episode. Because really, all that's gonna require us to do is head back to Pianta Village. There is a lot that we still have to wrap up, like I mentioned in the very beginning. We still have to collect the last 2 shines of every location, because I just wanted to do it up to episode 6. Because 7 and 8 pretty much revolve around a similar theme. Not every location, but majority of them will. And honestly, I may have to do a place per episode or 2 places per, just depending on how difficult they are. How difficult they are. But once I pull up the map, we'll also see that some of them I still need to grab a 3rd one, so that'll honestly make up some of the time too. But after you kill the bird, you get a shine, and that should unlock all the shine sprites in Isle Delfino possible. There's nothing left we can collect throughout the isle. We're gonna go ahead and just save and continue, because with that, we've already collected 4 shines. That's actually pretty impressive throughout our trek, which we'll go ahead and wrap up today's episode. So as I go ahead and pull up the shine log, or whatever you want to call it, I'll go ahead and start wrapping things up there. As we can see, once I go ahead and pull up the totals, Pianta Village, we still have to collect those remaining 6 to get our 8. And then every other place we still have to collect 2. Pretty much Bianco, Pina, and Serena Beach are all done in terms of the extra shines. But Rico, Gelato, and Noki Bay, we still have to collect those extra ones. And I believe Pianta Village, I think we have to grab the hidden one that isn't in a secret level. So we have to grab that 2nd one as well. So it won't be like Pina or Serena, where we will get all 2 in the secret levels. We have to do a bit more. But other than that, once we collect those, we should be just under 100. If I'm not mistaken, that would be 6 plus 12, 18, 19, 20, 21. That'll put us at about 85 shines by the time we get all the shines that's possible. In terms of ignoring coins and blue coins, I think that might actually be right. There's still a few more that we can get. There's actually 2 more. I think 1 more we can get in Delfino Airstrip. And there's still technically 1 more in the plaza, but I'll get to that maybe. We'll see how that goes. But the main priority is to get the rest of the shines everywhere else. Starting off at Pianta Village. Next episode, we're going back to Pianta Village. And that's where we're gonna wrap the video. So guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Do hope you enjoyed. Minor recap, we finally entered the last location, Pianta Village. It is a great place, and we're gonna be visiting it a few more times. But next episode, we will uncover one of the most infamous missions in the game, and for two things. Well, one, but really two things, just because this is a personal reference. One, this will be one of the first times we will be introduced to a mission where, surprise, we'll wait when we actually enter it. And the second is there are a couple ways to actually do it, but my pea-sized brain will explain a lot more next episode. It is actually very, very, very bad how I wasn't able to do this the first time around. I actually, just to give you a small story to start off with next time, I basically rage quit this entire game, and it took years for me to actually learn it. We'll explain all that next time. So guys, this has been your boy Ron. Until next time, I'll see y'all back at the top of the Shrine Gate for Pianta Village, and we will go ahead and collect more shines there. I'll see you guys then. Take care.